You can only push someone so far before something catches.
And I'm done shrinking. Done making myself small just to be digestible.
Yo, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss when the next storm rolls through.
Clouds and chaos.
All right, welcome back to Clouds and Chaos. We are back with another episode today, talking about how the fire inside. Today, we are talking about just reclamation, talking about our voices, rage, creativity, presence. So I just want to jump in and just talk about everything. So, Kel, how are you doing today?
Same as always.
Same.
Tired but good.
All right, let me hit you with a question straight off the rip. What are you no longer willing to stay quiet about?
My exhaustion and the burden I carry as a Black woman.
Tell me more about that.
Why?
Open up. I want to hear it.
Why don't you answer the fucking question?
I asked it first.
Why do I have to open up about it?
I just want you to elaborate.
I feel like I have done so much explanation about that like that statement just needs to be a statement at this point. I shouldn't have to further dive into the explanation when there I don't know. I guess I'm tired of having to explain that when I should be able to just say I'm a tired Black woman, and that should be knowledgeable enough. I'm tired of educating. Tired of explaining and educating for people who just don't want to listen or refuse to listen or try to compare and contrast. And this isn't Microsoft Paint, so.
Microsoft Paint? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not something you can just control copy and control paste your experiences.
Yeah.
My life is Comic Sans at this point.
I feel like what you're getting at then is it just what it feels like to finally say no and mean it, right?
Sure.
I mean, that's kind of what you're getting at it though, right? Like you're saying no to that. To having to explain yourself. There's, it's enough said. There isn't any explanation above that.
Yeah.
There can be power in that too,
What about you? No. Why don't you answer the question?
What am I no longer willing to stay quiet about? I feel like I'm a systems person. I know you're not always.
He's going to say systems.
Whatever. There are whole systems that are built on people keeping that rage bottled in because if it ever actually did come out collectively, it would literally change everything. So, like, I'm sick of people always being put against each other. It's always us versus them, left versus right, up versus down. Like, I'm sick of all that.
Are you?
When did we ever, like, we're humans at the end of the day.
And that...
We're all humans.
Okay.
Hey, that's,
That's what?
It's my driving force. It's what pushes me to, write the papers that I'm writing and doing the things that I'm doing. It's
I don't know.
Trying to call those systems out for what they are.
Okay, so you want to call out the systems, the systemic racism and all of these things, but it's easy enough for you to say that, but you're not walking actively in the system you're trying to change.
How so?
I don't know. When I hear you say those things, like, we're all human at the end of the day, like yada, yada, yada. The same conversations I have with people on Facebook and in person or whatever about all of this and I'm not to say that this is what you are or are doing, but they hold this like hatred in their heart and they hurl insults and I'm serving my country just to be able to let you be a box of rocks. Like, okay, sir, maybe you should proofread what you're fucking saying to me before you're gonna hurl insults at me because you wanna assume things about me because I'm a fucking Black woman. So when I hear those statements from you, it's hard not to be frustrated because it feels like, I don't know, like a savior complex. And I know that's not what you're viewing it as, but like when I hear those statements, I guess, excuse me, I guess it's like a trigger at this point. Because some of the same things I hear you say are some of the same things I hear these people say that I know have no sort of intelligence or I don't know. They live this life of monotony. They live this life of like doing the same things. And with my profession, I hear and see them like at the bar, right? So they're at the bar, they're saying these things, they're not doing anything to progress their life or whatever. They're doing the same damn thing in the same damn cycle and the same like shitstorm that we're in. But they have a certain level of privilege to be in this shitstorm and not have to, I guess, really open their eyes to like the real struggle of things. Oh, I'm tired of my tax money going to pay for people who want to sit on their asses all day long. Like, why are you taking all my money? Like, you actually, if you look at it and who's on assistance and people who are not from this country cannot vote legally, right? All of these arguments that they have are so just like they live in this fight or flight fear mongering mode. Where like if all the brown people, of all the people of color, like if we all just like went back to our countries, the country that we came from, the collapse of the American system would happen so rapidly, and then they'd be like, oh, why? Like I'm not supposed to struggle like this. You don't have to struggle like this because you brought us over to make your lives better.
Honestly, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like facts, like that, big facts. I think the thing that I would interject in between all of that is that main media, like mainstream media, is fear-mongering both sides against each other to say that that's one side. So for example, the Facebook posts, the comments that I just read, you have one side saying the other side is horrible, terrible, they're ruining America. And then on the other side, they're saying the exact same thing about the other side. Like, when in actuality, it's the government themselves that are really ruining everything. The corruption, and not all politicians, but the majority, like the system is built to take advantage and exploit people. And until people come together and realize that it's our community that we have to look out for, the people in the same community as you that we need to help. There isn't a government program that can help your community. We have to do it together collectively.
Yeah.
And the only way that we can do that is by getting...
So I guess my frustration comes to the point where it's like, we're all human, we're all the same. And it's like, yeah, I guess that's valid. But then, I don't know, you look at the conversations that I have and the things that you see, like they're two different viewpoints. And not to say mine's more valid than yours. I guess just the levels of it are different. So you see things at the level that you sit at, and I see things at the level that I'm forced to sit at.
Okay, so because it feels like there's a lot of rage going on from all over the place. So how do you tell the difference between destructive rage and rage that builds clarity? Like, where's the difference there?
How many tequila shots I have?
That can dull the edge a little bit, I guess.
I don't know. Like I've said before, I live in a constant state of like fight or flight survival mode, and I'm trying to unlearn all of that. So I'm still in the process. So I can't really honestly answer that question for you at the moment.
Yeah.
I guess it's in the moment. I cannot tell the difference right now. I have to actively go through it and try to process it and then not become self-destructive in it.
That makes sense.
Which I guess is I've been doing a better job of.
Yeah, for sure.
Healing and processing and recognizing triggers.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating because I'm going to continue to actively do the work, because before I'd be like, well, nobody else is doing it, so why should I? But I know now that I need to do that because we're raising our daughters. Enough said. And just trying to know my process and my healing of everything so that I can better give my girls, our girls, the tools to not have to go down this same self-destructive path.
Yeah.
How do you find your rage and use it for good? What do I tell? Is it Michaela? Use your good for, like, use it for good and not for evil. Like, use your powers for good.
Yeah.
And not for evil. You know what I mean? Because, like, you'll be powerful in either aspect of it, but if you use it for good, and I guess, well, I used to tell her that, and as I talk this out, I'd like for her to, and all of them, to use their powers for good, but set boundaries.
Boundaries are important.
Set the boundaries, recognize those boundaries, recognize the power of your own yes and no.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think just sometimes the fire isn't like burning the world down. It's just clearing space for something new, you know? And I think that's what we're in the process of doing.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fire sign, so.
That you are.
Either it's a nice kindling fire, it's a raging fire, it's a perfect fire.
It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing. It's what we need. I feel like you just had one of these moments recently where you felt someone try to shrink you by labeling your anger as too much, would you say?
Every
in
day
them Facebook comments
of my life.
Keyboard warriors.
Come on now. You literally tell me, you literally say, I'm a teacher. And I'm like, okay, teaching inclusivity, is that how you say it? Whatever. Teaching inclusiveness is a good thing, right? But they take this and they run completely off the flat earth they think they live on and try to make it like this like big raging thing when there's so many other things you could focus on to help save our children.
Yeah, so true.
You know? And you want to tell me you're a teacher and you like, this is going to be so god awful. And then you watch someone, you're a teacher, so you should be able to deduce these things. You watch someone literally berating me, foaming at the mouth, spewing all sorts of assumptions and insults my way. And I don't give I'm not even, you read the comments, I'm not even reactionary to it. I ask for sources. I say, I'm going to pray for the hatred in your heart because you're literally spewing hatred, right? Not trying to match this tone. They're trying to get me to, go off on them and whatnot. And you want to say, why are you being such a jerk? Like, what do you mean, sir? What do you mean? Like, are you not reading his comments because you agree with him? So when you read, you don't even fully look at the words that he's saying, and you look at my simple statements. And
definitely frustrating. Excuse me. Very frustrating. I feel like when we try to, I feel like a lot of times, I don't know what it is, mainstream media or what, but especially on the internet of all things, we try to dehumanize people. So instead of somebody being human, they're an illegal, right? And there are a bunch of different labels that you add to it. What was it in, terrorist or insurgent?
Yeah.
I don't have not one insurgent friend. But they dehumanize people. And these are actual human beings that we're talking about
actual
right now.
Human beings of the earth.
But if we take it to a deeper level, I feel like rage is just grief with armor on it. And when I say that, I mean grief as in their way of doing things is coming to an end and they feel that. So they're feeling grief. And then that turns into rage.
Yeah, for sure.
And then what we do is we try to dehumanize that side of it instead of looking at them as they're human, they're going through emotions and they need some help. They need to be open to it too, of course. And a lot of people aren't open to that. That's also part of the grief cycle, right? Like people will be in denial for as long as it takes for them to go through that process.
Yeah.
But we also have to remember, like, that's still another human being going through these feelings and not knowing where to channel that into. We
didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. There was a story about that song. Another episode, another time.
Another time. So yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like we need to give people spaces to be able to talk about these things and where it doesn't turn into hate and spewing all that, bullshit. Because at the end of the day,
what just happened to like civil conversations, like
true.
Like actual debates, actual conversations, and not like it's just literal people who are like on, I guess, either side of the thing, of it all.
Yeah.
They, instead of taking a breath and having a rational conversation, they just type irrationally and emotionally, and there's so much stress going on for all humans right now. Like we're all like collectively not having a good time, because even people like with money and power and all of this stuff, I know that every day is not sunshine and rainbows for them either.
Yeah.
Okay. Like we're all collectively on different cycles of hell on earth. And sometimes it's heaven on earth. But right now,
Yeah. I definitely feel that. I think we went deep for a second. So let's just take a pause real quick. Let's go to our totally real sponsor. And then we'll be right back after these messages. Cool?
Bye.
Tired of those pesky passions getting in the way of your 9-to-5 grind? Try the Passion Repress You Later. With Dream Suppressant technology, you'll never be bothered by those silly hobbies again. Now available in corporate gray, beige, and invisible mom tones. Because nothing says success like spiritual deadness in a productivity-forward environment.
Welcome back from that totally real sponsor.
Welcome back, y'all. All right, let's get into it now. So, creativity is rebellion. In a world that wants us silent, creating anything is revolutionary, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I mean, creativity as joy, play, and space making. I guess it's just protecting joy from our burnout culture.
Yeah. What's the most rebellious thing you've created, even if no one else saw it?
The most rebellious things I created? My 4 children.
Children.
Leo, Mikey, Donnie, and Raph.
True.
Like literal creations that like created 4 different personalities I gave to these heathens. And everyone sees it. I guess they don't even see it though, because like, oh my God, your children are just so well behaved. They're just so great at school today. Or were they? They just cleaned up very well. Oh, did they?
Yeah. Well, we're doing something right. You know, they feel safe here, so that's when they act out, when they feel safe and heard.
They feel safe and I feel tired.
Hey. Parenting 101, right? I feel like for me, the most rebellious thing that I've built recently is definitely Grid Ghost. I feel like not many people have seen it yet, but it has the opportunity to be a movement.
Yeah.
Your own little offline AI that answers questions based on stuff you want and need. All the documents and stuff that you give it. And it doesn't have to be connected to the internet.
Yeah, for sure. And that'll be revolutionary once that's all completed.
I hope so.
Yeah. But like, how does making something like music or events or like even just dinner tonight, like the dinner I created tonight, that chicken was juicy.
Fuego.
It was juicy. Fuego. But like, just how does that thing, and that was a labor of love. That was a pretty intense recipe to be making for the first time at the stage of tired that I'm at.
Yeah.
But just doing and creating that just feels like, I don't know, like a big middle finger to like burnout culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely agree with that for sure. So I feel like you're giving something, you know, you're pouring into somebody else's cup when you're doing things like that. And I think that in turn can fill your cup up a little bit too.
Yeah. It may
it's
not be like as rapid or as much, but it's like at least a little bit. And it's something that makes me happy.
Yeah. Your own little ROI, return on investment.
Oh my God, don't even say that. I have another story about that for later. That has to be that one has to be a private story. That one will never be released to anybody.
You'll have to follow the Patreon for the real behind the scenes stuff for that.
No. That one that's like a 3-year from now Patreon. Like that's how low key I have to keep that right now.
Real
but you say that and that, oh my God, what is happening with my alarms?
It's telling you to go to bed.
Yeah.
Sleep time.
Oh my gosh, wow. Anyways, yeah.
Do you think that creativity always has to be shared, or is private creativity just as radical?
Definitely the latter. Sometimes you don't have to be creative in front of everyone to heal your soul. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it goes both ways of it can be shared, but also sometimes private self-care is the best self-care. Sometimes you don't have to always tell people your next move or what you're sharing or creating. Because there'll be people out there that want to steal that from you. You know, when you share your creativity too soon, the people who are waiting at the bit who cannot do the same level of creativity as you are waiting to take that from you in order to run faster and get ahead of you. So sometimes you have to keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Breaking you down before you even start.
Literally. Sabotage.
How about unapologetic creativity. What do our kids teach us about unapologetic creativity?
You answered that question.
Honestly, we're breaking a bunch of cycles, right? With parenting.
First generation gentle-ish parents.
Gentle-ish. Ish. Key word ish.
Ish.
But no, I feel like there's creativity in that. And you have to be creative with the way that you handle things nowadays and all the different things that our kids are being subjected to nowadays, where
it's more rapid than what we were exposed to, for sure. But like, we're on the forefront of the dangers of the internet.
Yeah.
And the unsuccessful DARE program.
Unsuccessful.
They literally taught us the code words, where to go find it. Don't go talk to Johnny on 6th Street and ask him for some Skittles. Because he's going to give you the best Skittles you could find.
Delicious. It's so funny.
It's so true, though. I dare you to go do drugs.
Dare.
No, I double dog dare you.
So speaking of, how in today's day and age, how do we teach our kids how to reclaim their voice?
By using it. You don't have to reclaim it, you just have to use it.
Use it?
Use it or lose it.
Yeah, I feel like, I guess for me, I see some of the signs of like ADHD and stuff like that. So helping them through those processes of how to, I guess, just how to process those things, those feelings, those.
Yeah, so I don't become the unpaid emotional janitor.
Yeah. True. Trying to make sure not to soften big dreams that they have.
Yeah.
You know, trying to nurture them.
But man, sometimes you want to keep speaking to me like that, or become gentle-ish.
Ish.
Or the ish becomes more than gentle.
Yeah.
Or less gentle, I guess. I want them to have their voices. I want them to be able to speak loud and stand their ground, but like, not here with me. I'm the queen.
So what does it feel like when someone finally sees and affirms your voice then? And how do we do that for the kids, do you think? Or how do you do that for the kids?
I don't know. I'm not well right now. I'm overstimulated. I don't know. I
feel like you don't give yourself enough credit, because I feel like you still do in really big ways. Even when you're tired, going to their school and spending all day at the school, in and out of classes, not being paid for it. You're there.
Yeah.
And that's something that nobody can take away from you. Presence.
Right.
I think presence is more important than anything.
Yeah.
Like, people talk about, you know, the whole post on there, like, be active in your kids' lives and you wouldn't have to worry about whatever agenda out there is
You
coming.
literally send your kid to school for like free babysitting, and then you want to be mad about what they're being taught. Okay, if you're that mad about it, be involved. Be in the classroom and see. I'm in the classroom. I hear what they're being taught.
Yeah.
So your little fear-mongering sources aren't going to do anything to convince me that something's happening to our children.
When you're there in and day out, you see what's happening.
Because you know what is happening to our children? Early unaliving. Due to, you know, I don't want to get flagged or shut down or anything. I don't want to bring emotional energy to that conversation right now.
Yeah, I guess silence isn't always peace.
No.
Sometimes it's just self-erasure, I guess. You're
Yeah.
erasing yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, it's hard sometimes to be the one that speaks up on these things. It's adding another target to yourself when you become vocal about mistreatments and things being unfair treatment wise. Like when that teacher was like literally saying that stuff, it like literally brought me back to the 4th grade. Like will be one of the most vivid stories I'll ever have in my entire life. But the girl and I, we both cheated on our spelling test, we cheated on our spelling test. Her and I did the same thing, same actions, right? One of our actions, none of the actions that we did were different from each other. And when we got caught, and we got pulled into like the pod office, because it was like how the girls' school is right now, where there's like pods, Yeah. But each like grade had its own like pod with like a mid office in it. And I remember us getting pulled into there, and she just gave the other girl so much comfort and so much love and reassurance and yada, 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 but gave me so much like anger and disgust and not, just playing into the stereotypes or whatever. And I talked to my mom about this a couple months ago. And when she was talking to the other girl, was like, oh my gosh, like I understand, you can't do those kind of things, blah, 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 blah. But when it came to me, it was like anger. I'm like, of course you would do something like that. Like it's in your culture, it's in your veins, it's in your DNA. Like you're tainted.
How messed up is that to say to a kid? 4th grader. I can't even imagine saying that to any kid.
I mean, she didn't like say it, but the treatment of it is, the other girl was tall, blonde hair, blue-eyed, sporty, perfect girl. And I was too curvaceous, too loud, too much. That treatment right there definitely shaped me.
Yeah.
So.
It's unfortunate to dim somebody's light like that early on.
Yeah.
Because it's something that you have to process, right? Like,
I talk to the girls about it all the time.
You can process.
I talk to them all the time about people wanting to dim their light just because they can't handle how bright it is.
I feel like the world doesn't need you smaller. It just needs you to be real. Just keep it real.
I don't have the luxury of being real. Oh, I should take it back. I don't have the luxury of being real. I give real. I am who I am. Like, I don't hide who I am. I also just don't have the luxury of not having to code switch or be on some sort of acceptable, digestible channel for people.
Yeah. I think I want everybody to understand that the fire inside you isn't dangerous. It's direction. It gives you direction. And you have to take advantage of that and, push yourself to build something instead of waiting for it, Like that. You can't wait for it to just happen. You have to be the change that you want to see.
For sure. Sometimes you just got to build because you're just so tired of waiting for people to see you.
Facts. Big facts. So what do you think is harder? Asking for a seat at the table or building your own table?
Asking for a seat.
Yeah.
Having to ask and prove and doing that, or just building the ultimate table that you want.
That's my vibe. I mean, when I was growing up, I hated asking for anything. I would go to a friend's house. I wouldn't even ask for a drink, food, snacks, nothing.
You still do that.
I do still do that. I don't like asking for things.
But you give a look in your eye and you're like, I want to ask right now, but I'm not going to.
Not gonna happen.
Can you make me Philly cheesesteak? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's why I have a strong, independent black woman that I married for your strong independentness. INDEPENDENT.
Do you know what that means? It's time for me to eat. But like for real though, I'm hungry.
All right. Let's bring it home then. So
country road.
Always a song.
Take me home.
I guess to wrap this up then. Gatekeepers only exist if you accept the gate is real. And I feel like that's
bring
why
that
we
back
started...
in. Say that again.
What?
Say that again.
Oh, you need some snaps? Gatekeepers only exist if you accept the gate is real.
Clock it.
Clock it. Well, that's why we started this podcast in the first place. That's why I started my business, Cowabunga Cloud. Like, I'm not waiting for gatekeepers. I'm making room for myself instead of asking for it. Just going for it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. If you can't find the path, you are the path. Snaps on that.
What's one thing you've built, even small, that reminded you that you're capable?
I think the resistance papers. Keep on writing, keep on dropping them. I'm 26 papers in now? And I just keep going. Like, I don't see any signs of stopping either. Like, I just keep on writing and writing and writing. And now I'm just laying like this whole groundwork for people to find when they're ready.
Yeah.
There may not be a lot of readers now, but I know
one day
will land somewhere one day.
One day, Hamilton.
One day.
In the year 3005.
Okay. Childish Gambino.
I guess, well, good episode. Like you said, good combo.
Very good.
I think one thing I just want people to realize, my girls to realize, the kids I serve at the school, and just for people to realize that you are allowed to burn. You're allowed to glow, and you're allowed to be seen. And you have to stop apologizing for the light that you carry.
Snaps.
Clock it.
Clock it. For real, though.
If this hits you, share your story with us on cloudsandchaos.com or in the comments, and we'll try to bring some of your words into our next episode.
Love it. Boom. Next week, we end this storm season with just a little bit of softness, with love, with what got us through in the first place. So, episode 8, Love is the Survival Strategy.
Which is probably pretty perfect. In a couple of weeks, our 17-year anniversary is coming up from our first date, Olive Garden and karaoke.
And we're still doing the yoki.
I'm making the Olive Garden at home.
Gnocchi and yoki?
Gnocchi and yoki. Wow.
Get some gnocchi and yoki.
When we have our wedding, we have to have that.
That's it.
At our after party.
There you go.
Gnocchi and yoki.
All right, y'all. Thanks for coming along the journey with us.
My God.
We appreciate every single one of you.
Yes, we appreciate you. We've got, one more episode? Is that the last episode next week?
Yeah.
Our last episode dropping. It's football season. Justin's almost done with school. And holiday season's coming up. So let us know what you've loved about this so far, what you'd like to see in incoming seasons, what's helped you, what questions you have, whatever it is. Please reach out and let us know how we can thrive on this a little bit better.
Yeah. Please do.
Nah, I mean.
All right. Till next time. See y'all later.
See you later. Time to eat.
Peace.